Hey guys, let's talk about AI. Everyone's talking about it right now, and it's just kind of, you can't get away from it. It's crazy, isn't it? It's just everywhere. Is it going to take our jobs? What's going to happen? Like, are they going to come and destroy us all? Maybe. I mean, give it a 50-year timeline. We'll see what happens. But what do we do right now? That's the important thing to ask. It's an important question to ask, because in lieu of AI, who are we? What are humans? Where is our power? And that's something that I've been talking a lot about inadvertently actually this year, and I just realized it really lines up with the product that we have to sell neatly, which is kind of handy. But there's also a moral of the story that I want to share here really quickly. AI is taking certain parts of people's jobs right now. And I don't know whether that's actually a huge issue for the jobs market of capitalism. When cars were invented, I presume, this is naive of me, but presume that the people who looked after all the horses ended up becoming mechanics, in a really loose generalization. But there are more people now than there ever were, and there's probably more unemployment than there ever was, maybe, but there's also a lot more different jobs. So with AI coming in to take over things like copywriting, maybe even law, those people will be displaced maybe, but maybe also placed somewhere else, and their talent's useful for doing other things. I'm not qualified enough to talk about things like the Turing test or the Chinese room that tests the intelligence of AI and when these things will become intelligent enough to take over. The year of the singularity is 2042, so maybe we've got a few years to not have to worry yet. But and that's projected, by the way. Obviously, I'm not a time traveler. I don't know whether that's when that's going to happen. But what can we do right now, and how do we stay more powerful? Well, let's assume that AI does come and take a lot of our mundane jobs, and it does come and do a lot of manual labor because robots start lifting bricks, and it does come and write a lot of our essays for us. Then where do we stay powerful as humans? Well, we're creative, we invent, we're problem solvers, we're resourceful, we have intuition, we build relationships. All of this stuff is what we would call soft skills or critical skills or essential skills. These are the things that AI will have a very hard time replacing. Some people think it will never be able to replace that. I don't know if I subscribe to that train of thought, but it will take a lot longer at least. And so my advice for 2024 is that we should be focused on developing those essential skills, those critical skills, those soft skills. Am I biased? Yes, because I have a company that helps train soft skills, critical skills, essential skills, super skills, as we call them. But that's just not a coincidence. I'm not making this video about developing soft skills because I have a soft skills company. I have a company that develops soft skills because I think it's incredibly important to be doing so forever, but now more than ever. The ability for us to use AI well hinges on us having great soft skills. And frankly, we've seen the importance of soft skills for so long because the university system makes the professional market so competitive. People come out of a course and they're sat alongside 10, 20, 30, often hundreds of people who have exactly the same degree as them. So if I, as an employer, end up with 5 CVs on my desk with the same course at the same university taken, how do I know who's better or who isn't? It might be the way that the email was written to me in the first place, the way the cover letter was written to me, the call that I had with that person, the first meeting I had with that person, and almost certainly the rapport that's built in the interview that I have with the person who sent the CVs. Those things are going to make the real difference. The ability to manage relationships, learn and have and use empathy, deliver feedback, deliver presentations, hire people, fire people, understand how to make intuition-based decisions off of tiny signals that tell us we should move in a certain direction strategically. All of those things are the things that are incredibly valuable for me as a business owner, for the people I employ as professionals, the people in every market, everywhere, in my opinion. I actually met a guy once who worked for, I believe it was Rolls-Royce, the engineering company that built things for airplanes. And he said that he had interviewed a guy once who was something like 30 years old and had never left university. He had 2 or 3 degrees, 1 or 2 masters, and was hyper intellectual. And this is a real story, I'm not just making this up, from this person that told me the story. And he said he interviewed this person for a job. Now, you and I might assume that that person's going to be incredibly qualified, if not overqualified for that job, and so therefore should easily get it. Until you realize that guy couldn't hire that person. And I asked him why. And he said, if I could put that person in a room and ask them to build a plane engine, they could do it. But that's not how we build plane engines. We do it in teams, on a production line. Communication is vital. And this person wasn't very good at communicating. Now, I'm not saying that the world is better if you become an extrovert. That's not what I'm saying. Introverts are powerful, and actually some of the most successful people in the world are self-proclaimed introverts. The more powerful thing is realizing who you are in this mix and who you are in this world, and developing those skills so that you are the most powerful version of yourself. If you're a numbers person and you're an accountant and you don't like going out much, generalizing here, and you just can do sums in your head without working it out, develop that. Become the best person in the world at that, and then your value will be huge. If you are good at speaking, which I got told off for at school, then make it part of your job. These videos don't pay me because we don't have enough subscribers or followers right now, but I get to do that at events. I get booked to speak. I get asked to go back to the schools and colleges I went to give talks, and I get paid for it, which is so ironic. But I've made that part of my job. And that job is something that AI can't do. It can't relate to people in the way I can in person. Not yet. Give it 100 years maybe, but not right now. And this video is about what you can do in 2024. So, in 2024, or even before it, because it's December right now, start developing those skills. Of course, if you want some content on that, you can join Different, and we'll serve you up with a premium curriculum of content that focuses on those things that you'll need, as well as ongoing expert guest webinars on stuff that you might overlook on a normal basis. Things like personal style or leadership and feedback. But the things that are incredibly important for your job and for your business in 2024. And frankly, you can find that content anywhere in different formats. We are, of course, higher quality and curated, and there's a community, and I'm very confident in the value that we provide and would highly recommend signing up. But just learn about it, read about it, Google it, and develop that. When you're having a coffee with somebody, try to do more active listening. Don't listen to respond, just listen to learn. And that's one of the very first steps that you can make to be better as a human in 2024 without worrying about what AI is going to come and do to take that job off you. Hope that's helpful. It's obviously not a solution for everything, and I'm not saying that AI sucks, I'm not saying that people suck, I'm not saying that we, are the answer to everything. I'm just trying to see if I can provide some advice that gives us all at least 1% growth right now to be better than we were yesterday. Let me know how you get on. Let me know what you think, and let me know what you think about how AI is going to interact with humans in the next 12 months. I'm curious too. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video.